Kicking off from left to right will be Childers. He has the okay from the official. Here is the approach, and week number 8 is underway. The kick is on the ground, goes through to Edie at the 25-yard line, center of the field to the 30. He's to the 35, 40, and brought down by Childers, the kicker, at the 42-yard line. So Edie sets up Decorah in good field position. First down and 10. A 17-yard return after 0 return yards last week for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's something, Darren, going back to last week. Didn't really get a chance to, did get a chance to field them, just didn't field them. And right there, Oelwein just squibbing it up the middle. Give Josh credit, Darren. He didn't do any dancing, just went north and south and picks up yardage there past the 40-yard line.
Vikes right to left here in the first quarter. Split to the left side is Johnson. Wing left is Schwartz. Tight end right is Peter. I formation with Josie and with Holt. Here is the give to Josie. Jewel off right guard, spinning across the 45 and brought down in the center of the field at the 48-yard line. Kyle Bauschke, the man that brought him down. 57 tackles, coming in 8th in the district.
Well, fullback lead, just a fullback 4 there off our power side. Big hole there at the point of attack. I'll give Oelwein credit, though. They tackled Jewel at his ankles where he can be brought down, and he got 6 yards on the play.
2nd and 4 from the 48. Breitenmeyer right. To the left side is Peter. Wing right is Schwartz. I formation, Holt and Josie. Qualley takes on a belly keep right side, runs to the 50, far side, hash mark 45, and brought down at the 41-yard line in front of the Decorah bench. Grant McMillan, the man that brought him down. It's a gain of 11 yards to a first down for Decorah.
Well, anytime you got Jewel back there, you got to respect him, and that's what Oelwein did, and they got fooled there. Give Breitenmeyer credit. He had a good block down the field. If he would have kept that block, Qualley might have still been running.
Minute into the game, no score. 1st and 10 from the Oelwein 41. Football right or far side hash. I formation. Split left Johnson. Wing left is Schwartz. Off play action. Qualley with time. Dump left. Catch made by Johnson. A leaping grab made along the near side. Numbers at the 35-yard line. Micah Robinson, the man that brought him down. It's a gain of 6 yards.
Well, Qualley had time to throw it, Darren. Just a play action there off first down. Something Decorah likes to do a lot of on first down is, keeping the defense keeping them honest. And Johnson just ran an out, just a nice drag route to the sideline. Qualley delivered the ball on the money, and Johnson did a good job going up and catching it as well.
2nd and 4 from the 35. Peter right, wing left is Schwartz. I formation, Holt and Josie. Split to the left near side is Meyer. Schwartz in motion left to right. Give to Holt right side. A block from Josie to the 30. He runs to the 25, runs to the 20, far sideline. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Holt Johansson with his 7th touchdown of the season. The Vikes lead at 6-0 a minute 44 in.
Well, it was like just nothing there. Well, what it was, Darren, is Jewel just led the way there, obliterated the backer there, and also give Drew Schwartz credit too. He caused some interference out there for Holt's run through, but Holt's got speed and he showed right there.
Josh Lee is 32 of 33 on the PATs. Peter Kephart is the snapper, and Bryce Pierce is the holder. Hash mark left, and now the swinging gate moves to the center of the field. Lines are down. Snap, spot, kick. It is up, and it is good. 7-0 Decorah. 10:16 to play first quarter. Let's take a timeout for Spot and Rose Lumber. Josh Lee getting set to kick off from left to right, back deep for the Huskies. Micah Robinson and Daquan Schumacher. Robinson at 9-9 a return. Daquan Schumacher is 16-8 a return. And Lee, leading the districts in kickoffs, has put 20 of his 49 kicks into the end zone for touchbacks. He's averaging 56.6 a kick. Here's the approach by Lee and the kick. It's a good one against the wind, as that one will land a couple of rows in the end zone. Actually, the wind's a little cross field, so probably got more assistance from the wind than I first gave it credit for. But 1st and 10 for the Huskies from the 20-yard line.
Well, Josh, in cold weather, you always wonder about your kickers, how well their legs are warmed up, and Josh showed right there. He's warmed up. He boomed that baby into the end zone and unplayable.
So the Huskies will move on offense from left to right as it's a 7-0 lead for Decorah first quarter. Receivers to the left and right side. Gilson will be in the shotgun. Backs on either side of his hip, and Robinson behind him. And here's a fumbled snap, and it's recovered by Michael Peter at the 16-yard line. The ball went through the hands of the back, Jacob Smith, and Michael Peter got the easiest fumble recovery of his life at the 17.
Yeah, it was basically handed to him right there, and we talk about that flipping shotgun, Darren. Every single game that teams try to run that, you're bound to have at least 4 or 5 times you bobble it, and right there they did again, and Decorah right on Johnny on the spot.
10-10 to play here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Decorah at the Oelwein 17-yard line. Qualley takes, gives to Josie right side, cuts back towards the left, runs to the 10, runs to the 5, runs to the end zone for the touchdown. A minute 56 in, and it's 13-0 Decorah as Josie Jewell scores for the 11th consecutive game.
Well, there was no resistance, Darren. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not discrediting our line. They gave him a hole to run through, but really nobody touched him till he was in the end zone. And we talk about great starts. Decorah's doing it again, Darren. Up 13-0 here, pending an extra point.
And Josh Lee now 33 of 34 on the extra point. And Peter Kephart will be the snapper, and Bryce Pierce will be the holder. Snap, spot, kick. It is up, and it is good, and it's 14-0 Decorah. And we're not even 2 minutes into the ball game. Let's take a timeout here for Hackernell. Welcome back to Oelwein, 14-0 Decorah. Minute 56 into the ball game. For the first time in 21 games last week, the Viking defense did not force a turnover. They forced one on the first play from scrimmage for Oelwein, and they turned it into points. Vikes have outscored opponents off turnovers 49-0 now this year, as Lee's kick will come down to Schumacher, center of the field. He drops it at the 7, runs to the near side, hash mark to the 10, cuts it back to the left to the 15, bounces left to the 20. He's to the 25, being chased by Edie. Edie finally drags him down at the 35-yard line. They'll mark him near the 37-yard line, so Schumacher with a return of 29 yards. Vikes let up a little bit after he dropped the ball, and it cost him.
Well, what we did, Darren, is we didn't break down. We took terrible angles there, and really, give Schumacher credit, Darren. The kid's got some speed, but we did not break down there and force him to go one way or the other. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Gilson takes, gives to Micah Robinson into the left side of the line, and he gets brought down. Did he fumble the football? It's being fought for, and it's Decorah football. Robinson fumbles, and Andy Hubden on the fumble recovery for Decorah at the 36-yard line. Wow. 2 plays for... When's the last time you've ever seen 2 plays run by an offense, Darren, and 2 fumbles?
Unbelievable. 9:45 to play here in the first quarter of a 14-0 lead for Decorah, and they'll start 1st and 10 at the Oelwein 35-yard line. 2 plays, 2 turnovers for the Huskies. Johnson split to the left near side. Wing left is Schwartz, tight end right is Peter I with Josie and Holt. Football on the right or far side hash mark. Qualley under center, takes the snap, gives to Josie left side, spins away from a defender, keeps his balance inside the 30 and brought down at the 29-yard line. The man who brought him down was Andrew Berg. It's a gain of 6 yards for Josie Jewell.
Well, that time they showed a little bit more resistance. We went off the quick side that time, and they got fullback 6 for Josie, and Josie ran hard again like he normally does, and got 6 yards on the play. 2nd
and 4 from the Oelwein 29. Football in the center of the field. Peter tight end right. Wing left is Schwartz. I formation. Holt and Josie. Split to the left near side is Brighton Meyer. Qualley takes. Gives to Holt. On a crossbuck play right side. Runs up the far side. Hash marks and gets brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a first down. Kyle Bauschke, the man that brought him down. It's a gain of 9 yards.
Doesn't matter which side we're running right now, Darren. Power and Quick are doing an outstanding job opening holes at the point of attack and then allowing our backs to get a burst of speed, and Holt did it right there, but to give Oelwein credit for tripping him up on the play as well.
9-minute mark, first quarter, 14-0 Decorah. 1st and 10 from the Oelwein 20-yard line. Johnson to the right side, wing right, Schwartz, tight end left is Peter, split backs, Josie and Holt, football right or far side hash mark. Give is to Josie. The handoff never got to him. Josie picked up the ball at the 20 and runs up the center of the field to the 16-yard line. He recovered the fumbled handoff and got brought down by Parnell Williams at the 16. It ends up being a game of 4, and it could have been disaster.
Well, Darren, that play has been something that we've struggled with all season long. I think it's one of those timing handoffs where you're going to hand it off to the fullback, and fortunately for the Vikes, Josie was right there to fall back on it.
2nd and 6 from the 16-yard line. Meyer right, wing right, Schwartz tight end left, Peter split backs Josie and Holt. The give on a wing back sweep to Schwartz. No, it's a give to Josie. Runs up the middle, powers ahead inside the 15 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a first down. Kyle Bauschke, the man that brought him down. Jewell got 7, and he was a little slow in getting up on the previous play. Showed no weariness there.
No, he Darren, over the years, just knowing him, he's kind of had some issues with some ankles. And I think he might have rolled one right there, maybe a little bit of an ankle sprain. But nonetheless, Josie's a tough-nosed kid, and he showed it right there. Just picked up where he left off previously and picked up 7 yards, carrying people as well.
First and goal at the 9-yard line. Johnson to the right side. Wing right is Schwartz. Tight end left is Peter. Split backs Josie and Holt. Football left or near side hash mark. Long count by Quelly. Takes, gives to Johansson behind Josie. Right side to the end zone for the touchdown. Second score of the night for Holt Johansson. And with 7:45 to play here in the second quarter, it's 20-0 Vikings.
Well, I know we're talking about not a whole lot of resistance from Oelwein, but Darren, I just watched our quick side that time of Hovey and I think it's Smorstead out there.
Yep.
And they did an outstanding job of really getting off the football. I can't say enough about our offensive line all season. They've done a great job of getting off blocks, especially when we're running the football, and they did right there, getting off the football and providing a nice open hole for Holt to run through.
Josh Lee for the PAT. Kephart will snap it. Bryce Pierce will hold it. Swinging gate to the center of the field. Pierce puts it down for Lee, who kicks it through. And it's a 21-0 lead for Decorah. 7:45 to play second quarter. Let's hear from those excellent folks at Decorah Tire Service. The third time already as the Vikings lead it by a 21-0 margin. They scored on their initial drive of the game. And have taken advantage of 2 turnovers. Lee's kick will go deep and land a couple of yards deep into the end zone. So a touchback and first down and 10 for Oelwein from the 20-yard line. And Huskies just need to sustain a possession. They've had 2 plays from scrimmage and fumbled twice, which were recovered by Decorah.
Well, I was going to say that last fumble, Darren, it was just it was a natural hit. It wasn't like anything spectacular where we had a helmet on the ball or anything. It was just a, tackle and just dropped the football.
Receivers left and right. Gilson in the shotgun. Backs on either side of his hip. And the back is Robinson in the backfield, or Jacob Smith, rather. Smith goes off right guard. Runs across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Andy Hubden, the man that brought him down. Michael Peter helped him out. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, good job up front there. Oelwein did a good job of getting a hole at the point of attack and getting after it there. But not before Peter and Osley came in and collapsed that play.
So 2nd and 8 from the 22 as Oelwein moves left to right. Receivers left and right, slot left, slot right. Gilson in the shotgun and Smith to his right. In motion right to left is Mason Shannon. Taking the snap is Gilson. Option right side. Pitch goes to Smith. Turns ahead across the 25 and knocked to the near sideline. At the 29-yard line, they're actually going to mark him at the 30. It'll be a first down. Drew Schwartz and Brett Johnson, the man that brought him down.
Yeah, good play there. Just an option play there to the right and to our left, their right, and that was a nice play, Darren. They did a good job of executing that play, and Gilson pitched it at the right time.
So first down and 10 at the 30-yard line, 7-minute mark, first quarter, 21-0. Decorah leads it already. Huskies with the football on the right or near side hash mark. They'll send Micah Robinson and Tyler Vogel to the left side. Near side, it'll be Jared Layberg and Mason Shannon. Gilson takes a low snap out of the gun, throws the right side. It's knocked out at the line of scrimmage by Michael Peter, who was being blocked but got the paw up there and actually blocked that one with his chest. It's an incomplete pass, second down.
Like to see those hops, Darren, by Michael Peter. You're told as a defensive lineman, if you can't get at the quarterback, you get your hands up, and that's exactly what Michael Peter did right there, is jump up and knock the ball down.
You would say that as a basketball coach, wouldn't you?
Well, hopefully you'll have a few of those in basketball season as well.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Give on a wingback sweep to Mason Shannon, sweeping the left side, and he is dumped back near the 30, and in fact near the 27-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 28. Josie Jewell read the play, and his speed got to Shannon quickly. It's a loss of 2, and it's 3rd and long for the Huskies.
Man, I love seeing our linebackers, Josie and James, fly across the field, and right there, it looked like there was going to be some room there to run, but Ashbacker was in pursuit, and you got to give our defensive line credit for stringing that play out, Darren, and allowing the linebacker to come in there and make a tackle, and that's exactly what Josie did. Just a good, strong football play of understanding where the football was going and then making a tackle.
Halfway point, first quarter, 21-0 Decorah, 3rd and 12 from the Oelwein 32. Receivers left and right, slot left, slot right. Gilson takes a low snap, throws the left side, nearly intercepted by Josie Jewell as they tried the skinny post, if you will, to Vogel near the 35-yard line. Josie, frankly, should have caught the ball. It's 4th down.
Yeah, he had the ball right in his hands. I don't know where. I think, like you said, there was a guy coming across the middle there, and just a little touch overthrown there by Oelwein.
And 4th down. And Gilson, the quarterback, is the punter, averaging 26.6 a punt. Josie and Brett Johnson back deep for Decorah. Gilson's kick, this one a nice one, sending Johnson near the sideline, and it lands right on the sideline in front of the Decorah bench at the 34-yard line. So the punt at the 34 will be a punt of 34 yards. No return, 5:53 to play, quarter number 1. It's a 21-0 lead for Decorah, and the Vikes will start in their own territory for the second time in 4 drives.
Well, good job of Gilson of punting away from the coverage there, not allowing a return.
Football on the right or far side. Hash mark as the Vikes move right to left. Johnson to the right side. Split backs behind Qualley. Wing right is Schwartz. Tight end left is Peter. Qualley takes the snap, dropping back to throw. He'll throw deep down the left sideline, going for Peter, and he couldn't haul it in near the 40-yard line. Micah Robinson had the coverage. It's 2nd down upcoming, and a Husky player injured near the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 at the 34-yard line. Connection wasn't made there. Michael's caught 5 balls this year. 3 have been for touchdowns. That one wasn't going for 6.
No,
come on, Chip.
It wasn't going for 6, Darren. I think he could have caught the foot. I think he just kind of took his eye off it, Darren. It was right. That was a nice thrown football there by Qualley, Darren. And I also might mention they fired a backer in there, Darren, and I think it was Josie who picked up the blitz. And so that's a good sign to see, too, that Qualley had time to throw the football as well. And unfortunately just couldn't connect there with Michael.
Trevor Rittner, the injured player, walking off under his own power, and that's one thing Coach Post mentioned he'd like to see a little better backs blocking in pass coverage this week. 2nd down and 10 at the 34-yard line. Johnson to the right side, wing right is Schwartz. Split backs in the backfield, tight end left is Peter. Qualley enters center, Kephart takes the snap, gives on a wing back sweep to Sweska with Hovey out in front, runs to the 40, bounces left to the sideline at the 45. There's a flag down as Sweska down inside Husky territory at the 47-yard line. The tackle credit will be to Jacob Smith. A nice elusive run that time by Sweska, and he kept possession, but it's going to be a hold at the 44-yard line. So in essence, this will be a 2nd down and 10 over.
Yeah, I thought that was a very, very patient run by Cole. He's run that counter sweep play where he's come and swept it earlier in the season and was carrying the ball high. That time was carrying the ball low, had his pad level low, and ran over a couple guys in the process. Just some illegal interference out there.
5:37 to play, first quarter, 21-0 Decorah. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 back to the 34-yard line as the hold occurred 10 yards downfield. Brett Johnson to left side, wing left is Schwartz, tight end right is Peter. Split backs in the backfield as Qualley gives on a crossbuck play to Gavin Nimrod, runs to the 40, runs to the 50, a block from Johnson, and he gets brought down inside Husky territory at the 44-yard line in front of the Oelwein bench. Micah Robinson, the man that wrestled him down. It's a gain of 22 for Gavin and a 1st down.
Well, our quick side did an outstanding job again, Darren. I mean, the hole you could drive about 2 Mack trucks through. It was enormous, and Gavin didn't get touched till about 15 yards after you carried the football.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Johnson to the right side, wing right is Sweska. Split backs in the backfield with Nimrod and Smith. Tight end to the left side is Michael Peter. Qualley under his center. Peter Kephart takes the snap, drops back to throw. Protection's nice. He'll throw the right side. Catch made by Johnson at the 34. Drops the football. And the Huskies are saying they have it. And they are going to say, now the back judge is going to come in and say he was down. No, they're going to say it's Husky football. Johnson made the catch, tried to elude a defender, dropped the football. Huskies, Johnny on the spot at the 34-yard line. Did not see who came up with the football, but nonetheless, it's first down and 10 for Oelwein with 4:44 to play first quarter, 21-0 Decorah.
Well, Darren, he was carrying it a little loose out there, Brett was, and give Oelwein credit for not giving up on the play and really stripping that football away, but Brett's got to do a better job of protecting it after the catch.
First and 10 at the 44, and Gilson takes a low snap and has to recover the fumbled snap back at the 28-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6.
Well, I'm with all these pigskins on the ground, Darren, I'm wondering if the cold has a little bit to do with it, or it's just more concentration by the players. I think it's a little bit combination of both. But both teams played in the cold weather last week, so it shouldn't matter.
Please give them a snap.
Second down and 16 back to the 28-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Micah Robinson, slot left, goes in motion to the near side right. Taking the snap is Gilson, half roll left. Throws deep down the left sideline, going for Vogel, who cut off his route near the 45 in Oelwein territory. It lands near the 40 in Decorah territory. Edie and Schwartz in the Decorah zone in coverage. It's third down and 16 for the Huskies.
Yeah, he was getting all kinds under duress there. Peter Hovden would have been right in his grill. Basically a two-step drop and a heave and a prayer, and nowhere to go with the football there, Darren.
4:04 to play first quarter, 21-0. Oelwein trailing Decorah. 5:30 left in the first quarter in New Hampton. Union with 2 touchdown runs for Jay Shield. They lead New Hampton 14-0. Third and 16 from the 28-yard line. Gilson takes the snap, has time, throws deep down the left sideline, going for Robinson. The ball is picked off. Gavin Nimrod at the 48, runs to the 50 to the 40. Far sideline, 35-30. Gavin, 20, 15, 10, and brought down. They're going to mark him inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The Vikings turn it over and get it back as Gavin Nimrod with the interception, and that will be his first of the season.
That was a good job, of turning around, Darren, from Gavin Nimrod. Watching the receiver and then also having the presence of mind to turn around. It wasn't as pretty as his interception against Harlan last year, but it was pretty textbook in him turning around and making a good, solid catch on the football and doing a good job there was Gavin Nimrod.
3 takeaways now for the Vikings tonight. Their season high was 4 against Charles City. First and goal at the 5. Johnson right. Qualley under center takes the snap. Gives to Johnson. Noah keeps it on the belly left side and gets to the end zone for the touchdown. Jacob Qualley with touchdown run number 5 of the season. It's 27-0 Decorah with 3:44 to play first quarter.
Well, not much resistance. It was just a belly play where you fake to the fullback, fake to Smith, and good read there by Qualley and gets into the end zone.
5 plays, 1 yard, 5 seconds, and Lee will try to go 4 for 4 on the PATs. Swinging gate on the left hash mark. Pierce will go into his position as the holder. Peter Kephart is the snapper. And the Lions are now down. Kephart snaps it back to Pierce, who was a low snap that Pierce handled well. And he puts it down for Lee, and the PAT is up and good. 28-0 Decorah. We have 3:44 to play first quarter. Let's take a break for Olson Explosives. 3:44 left here in the first quarter. 28-0 Decorah. A Joe Hansen 35-yard touchdown run, a Josie 17-yard touchdown run, a Joe Hansen 9-yard touchdown run, and a Qualley 5-yard touchdown run. Vikings defensively have forced 3 turnovers as Lee's kick is deep over the head of Daquan Schumacher. It lands 2 yards deep in the end zone. So first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. So first down and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Huskies, moving left to right, trailing 28-0. We are 8:16 into the ball game.
Well, Josh has done a job, Darren, just kicking into the end zone, not allowing for any return. And Oelwein forced again to go the length of the field.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. To the right side, Jared Ladeberg. To the left side will go 3 receivers, Vogel, Shannon, as well as Robinson. A low snap to Gilson. He'll run the option right side, try to cut it back towards the middle, and gets brought down right in the center of the field by James Osley and Andy Hovden. Also in there, McKinley McCabe. It's a gain of a little, second and circa 10.
Well, that was a sandwich play right there of Hovden and Osley. Gilson tried to turn that upfield, but just really had no chances. Hovden had inside leverage, as well as Osley there, Darren.
Vikes playing with 4 on the defensive line with Ashbacker, McCabe, Hovden, and Peter. Osley and Jewell at the linebackers right now, and in the secondary, Dustin Smith playing that Viking position, defensive end / secondary man, Johnson, Schwartz, Nimrod, and Edie. 2nd and 9 from the 20-yard line as Gilson takes the snap, gives off the left side to Jacob Smith, and he gets knocked back from the 20-yard line on a fumbled football, and Decorah comes out of there with it. Once again, I thought the officials said that, and they did. It's a fumble recovery, the second of the night for Andy Hovden. 4th turnover of the first half for Oelwein. Oelwein just not giving themselves too much of a chance right now, John.
No, when you don't hang on to the football, you can't do a whole lot with it. And, give our guys credit. We pushed him all the way 3 yards back from the backfield, but really there wasn't a hard hit on the play. It was just our guys pushing back and just dropping the football there. 1st and 10
at the 18-yard line. Jewell and Johansson split backs. Tight end right is Peter. Wing left is Schwartz. Split to the left near side is Johnson. Vikes right to left. Up 28-0. Qualley takes. Gives to Jewell up the middle. 20, 15, 10, 5, and brought down near the 1-yard line. Jewell got the handoff, cut it back towards the left, ran it straight up the middle, and gets brought down an inch shy of the goal line. 2nd down or 1st and goal for the Vikings.
Somebody just caught his ankle there, and he tried to roll into the end zone and make it like he was able to get in, just cut down short. But, man, our offensive line is just dominating right now and just getting off blocks, getting upfield and picking up those other blockers that have tried to been in there, and Josie running hard again as well.
1st and goal at the 1 for Decorah. Split backs to the backfield. Wing left is Skiff. Split to the left side is Johnson. Qualley sneaks behind his center. Peter Kephart lunging to the goal line. No signal yet. And he is in. Touchdown. Qualley, his 2nd touchdown run. 1:59 to play here in the first quarter. It's 34-0 Decorah.
Well, that time Qualley used his big frame to get in the end zone, used all 6'2" of him to get in there, and a good job by Jake to, him and Kephart being on the same page and then having that surge there. I thought he did a good job of getting low and getting into the end zone.
Bryce Pierce will attempt this PAT, and Qualley will hold it. Peter Kephart will still be at your snapper. Pierce on the season, on the PATs, is 5 out of 6. Snap, spot, kick. Pierce's kick is up, and it is good. So 35-0 Decorah with 1:59 to play here in the first quarter. And let's take a break for Hovden Oil. When you're a heavy favorite, all you ask for is a good start, and the Vikings have had a very good start. 5 touchdowns and 6 possessions here in the first quarter. They only had 8 possessions all night last week. As Josh Lee's kick will be returnable, I thought it was, as it landed right at the goal line and ends up being a touchback, 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. So 35-0 Decorah, 1:59 to play here in the first quarter. So, by the way, update from New Hampton. Union leading New Hampton 21-0. Jay Shield, 3 touchdown runs in that ball game. Haven't gotten an update yet from the second place game in the district really tonight over in Cresco. West Delaware and Cresco. Gilson with the double wing set, and Schumacher lone set back. Schumacher gets the call off the right side. Not much doing as he gets brought down right near the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of 0. 2nd down upcoming. Vikes with some new numbers up front. Mikhail Savarov, Sean Truin, also Ashbacker and Hovey on the defensive line. Kephart is in as a linebacker right now with Josie Jewell. Secondary, Dustin Smith, Cole Sweska, Gavin Nimrod, Josh Eady, and Drew Schwartz. 2nd and 10 will be from the 20-yard line with a minute and a half to play here in the first quarter. And just a reminder that the 35-point clock does not start until the second half. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Gilson takes the snap off, play action, rolls to his left. He's going to get hit and sacked back at the 15-yard line. Savarov, as well as Hovey, as well as Ashbacker, brought him down. It's a gain of 6.
Well, right there, our defensive line, Hovey, Truin, and Ashbacker were all there. You could probably give a half sack to all those guys. They were just back there and really had no chance.
And it's 3rd down and 15 from the 15-yard line. 35-0 Decorah first quarter. This is Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC Decorah. Darren Swenson, John Carlson from Oelwein with District 5 football tonight. A victory tonight. The Vikings are going to be the number 1 seed in Class 3A District number 5. Gilson takes the snap, gives to Schumacher, runs off the left side, gets dumped on a nice open field tackle by Gavin Nimrod right at the line of scrimmage, stepping up in secondary run support. It's a gain of 0. It's 4th down upcoming for...
Well, I think that might have been Josie, Darren, coming up there making the tackle, but nonetheless, either Nimrod or Jewell, whichever one it was, just absolutely knocked Schumacher down right at the point of attack. Didn't really have anywhere to go with it.
And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. First quarter done, 35-0 Decorah. Let's take a break for A&J Petersburg Agency Insurance and Real Estate. All right, we are back here in Oelwein, 35-0 Decorah after the first quarter of play. Vikings 177 yards of total offense, 161 rushing and 16 passing. Oelwein -6 yards of total offense, or positive 6 yards of total offense, 6 rushing, 0 passing. Josie Jules, 59 yards rushing and a touchdown. Holt Johansson, 53 and 2 scores. Jake Qualley, 17 and 2 scores. And Nimrod with 22 yards in the first half. Qualley, 2 of 3 in the first quarter, 16 yards. Both passes going to Brett Johnson. Vikes with 4 takeaways in the first half, and they have given the ball away once. As Gilson, the punter, his first punt went 38 yards. So 4th down and 16 from the Oelwein 16-yard line. Wind kind of blowing cross field as this punt will get help from the wind, or so it appears, as Gilson's kick towards the sideline. Johnson makes the catch at the 49, runs into Micah Robinson, gets knocked back from the spot he caught the ball in Oelwein territory. So a nice angle punt, 35 yards, no return, 11:54 to play second quarter. It's a 35-0 lead for Decorah, and the Huskies give it to Decorah in plus territory once again.
Good, as Darren mentioned, good directional punt there, a low line driver. You have to give credit to Brett Johnson too, Darren, a kid, who has had some issues, catching punts lately, but right there did a good job fielding it and trying to get as much as he could out of it.
End of one quarter in Cresco. West Delaware leading Cresco 7-0. Wing back left is Brady Dolly. Tight end right is Peter. I formation with Savarov and Smith. Split to the left side is Johnson. Bryce Pearson at quarterback. He'll take and give to Dustin Smith, who runs up the right side hash mark as he is brought down by Bauschke at the 46. It's a gain of 3 yards.
That time, Dustin Smith had a nice hole to run through, but was collapsed quickly by the backers from Oelwein.
28-0 Union now leading New Hampton. Jace Scheel, a 4th touchdown run.
Wow.
2nd and 7 from the 46. Meyer to the left side, split to the right side is Peter. Wing left is Dolly. I formation with Savarov and Smith. Pierce keeps it on the belly, breaks the tackle in the backfield, finds opening to the 40, he's to the 35-30, inside the 30 and brought down at the 25-yard line. It's a keep for 21 and a first down. The tackle to Grant McMillan.
He was dead to rights in the backfield, Darren, and then scooted away. Bryce is an elusive kid once he gets that head of steam going, and showed it right there with a nice burst of speed after that first initial contact of breaking through the line.
Minute into the second quarter, 35-0 Decorah. Number 1 offensive line still in the ball game right now with Hovden and Osley on the power side. Kephart is the center, and Oelwein and Smorstead still on the quick side. Tight in the left is Peter. I formation, Savarov and Smith. Wing right, Sweska goes in motion left. Pierce takes, give to Savarov. Big hole left side, 20, 15. He's inside the 10, and Bauschke wrestles him down. They're going to mark him at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first and goal upcoming for Decorah.
Well, the quick side that time, Darren did another great job. You know, there was a hole there. You know, you could drive 2 Mack trucks through. You know, I don't know what else to say except our line is just doing an honest job up front, just moving people and getting holes open for our backs.
First and goal at the 9-yard line. Meyer to the left side. Dolly wing left eye formation with Suvarov and with Smith. Give to Dustin Smith off the left side. He'll run into Bauschke and gets bent back from near the 6. It's a gain of 3 yards for Dustin Smith. Second down and goal upcoming from the 6-yard line. It's a 35-0 lead for Decorah. Again, these are some different kids at the skill positions, but that number 1 offensive line is still in the ballgame.
Yeah, I think it's good to give Bryce, an opportunity to maneuver with number 1 offensive line, and then some of the guys he's familiar with handing off to.
Dylan Henning split left, wing left to Sweska I formation in the backfield. Tight end right, Peter giving a crossbuck play to the right side. Savarov, who fights his way to the end zone for the touchdown. His second touchdown of the season, and it's 41-0 Decorah with 9:38 to play second quarter.
Well, right there, Darren. Again, power side, open up a hole, but then Savorov had enough opportunity or had enough presence of mind to run in and run over some people that were in the way of the goal line.
Josh Lee back in to try the PAT. And Kephart will snap it, and Bryce Pierce will hold it. Lee 4 for 4 on the PATs. Bryce Pierce 1 of 1. Snap, spot, kick, up, and good. 42-0 Decorah, 9:38 to play second quarter. And let's take a break for Rockweiler Appliance and TV. Vikings have had things easy tonight, 42-0, and any concerns about not being focused and not being ready to play despite the opponent, they've been eliminated here 15 minutes into the ballgame.
Yeah, it's been all Decorah, Darren, and we talked about Oelwein, they haven't given themselves a chance because they fumbled the football, and it hasn't been, give our kids credit, we've been there, but, make plays, but...
And the kick by Lee will be caught by Robinson, near side hash mark at the 2, runs to the 20, got by a defender at the 20-yard line, runs back to the right, got by another defender, tries to go back to the left. He gets hit by Andy Strand, who knocks him forward, actually, ahead to the 26-yard line. Also in on special teams that time for Decorah was Cody Rittner, so it's first down and 10 for Oelwein at the 26-yard line. 9:25 to play here in the second quarter. It's 42-0 Vikings, and some new numbers in the game for Decorah. Andy Strand, Peter Kephart will be at the linebackers. In the secondary now is Holt Johansson, Cole Sweska, Dylan Henning, Bryce Pierce, and Brady Dolly up front. Austin Ashbacker, Tyler Hobie, Michael Peter, and Andy Hovden. First and 10, 26-yard line. Gilson takes swing pass right side, incomplete, through a 2-tall for Mason Shannon. Second down and 10 upcoming. And the leading passing team in the district has 0 yards passing right now.
Yeah, they out of sync offensively, have had a lot of low snaps for Gilson. I can see he's got a live arm there, and he just has had some low snaps, and just there hasn't been a whole lot of cleanness to their offense so far. I mean, you got to give Decorah credit for being there to make some plays, but just timing not right there on that simple out pattern, threw it too high for his receiver.
Second down upcoming for Oelwein as Gilson takes option right side. Pitch goes to Schumacher running right, and he gets dragged down nicely on an open field tackle right near the line of scrimmage by Holt Johansson. And Schumacher a little slow in getting up right in front of the Decorah bench. They'll mark him at the 27-yard line. Third down, 9 upcoming. Holt hasn't played a lot of defense, but he proved right there he can.
Yeah, it's nice to see second stringers coming in and not really. There's not much taper off there from that, or not much, difference, if you will, from that second unit to the first unit. Good to see Holt in there using that speed to his advantage and cutting off Schumacher there to the sideline.
8:40 to play, second quarter, 42-0 Decorah. 3rd and 9 for the Huskies from the 21, and the Huskies are 0 for 3 on third down conversion. Strip looks left, single receiver right. Gilson takes the snap. He's under pressure, steps up in the pocket, going to be the meat in a Hovey and Peter sandwich back at the 17-yard line, and a loss on the play of 9 yards. So another 3 and out by this Viking defense, and domination. That's the only word to describe it right now.
Well, I mean, you can say all you want, inferior confidence, I mean, whatever, but, I mean, you still got to make plays, and this defense just continues, Darren, to do it. I mean, it doesn't matter who it's in there, for second string, third string. Those guys are just hungry, getting after it, and they knew it was a passing down, put their ears back, and got after the quarterback.
And good to see 85 Zach Schaller back in. Last game he played was the Marion game. Snack back to Gilton, in good shape, moves forward, gets the kick away. Pierce makes the catch far side at the Decorah 48, runs straight ahead to the 45 along the sideline and gets brought down at the 41-yard line. The tackle credit to Andrew Berg. So the punt goes 35 yards and Pierce returns at 12, 7:38 to play second quarter, and a 42-0 lead for Decorah. So first down and 10 for Decorah in Oelwein territory, and Decorah once again absolutely dominating field position. New players coming in the game for Decorah. Sean Truan will be in at center. Holt Johansson and Josie will still be the backfield tandem. Pierce will be the quarterback. McKinley, McCabe, and Matt Whittle will be on the left or power side of the line. We'll give you the rest of them here momentarily. First down and 10 at the 40-yard line. Qualley back in at quarterback now. He'll give off the left side to Josie Jewell, and he'll move ahead to the 35-yard line as he gets brought down from behind by Brandon Doty. It's a gain on the play of 5 yards.
Josie Jewell on a carry.
So second down upcoming as Jewell and Johansson running behind your number 2s on the offensive line. The Cole Hamilton is in at the quick guard right now, and the quick tackle is Nick Gosling. Brighton Meyer will be split to the right side. Schwartz on a wing right side. Split backs in the backfield with Josie and with Holt. The tight end on the left side will be Dustin Carey. Second and 4 from the 34-yard line. Qualley takes, gives up the middle to Josie Jewell, runs to the 25, once to the 20, and brought down at the 15-yard line. First down, Taylor Gilson, the man that slowed him up. It's a gain of 19 for Josie Jewell. 6:50 to play second quarter, 42-0 Decorah.
Well, it doesn't matter who we have in at offensive line, Darren. They're opening up gaping holes up the middle for our backs to run through. Before, I mean, it's 10, 15 yards before we're even touched.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line. Carey tight end left. Tight end or wing right is Schwartz. Split to the right side is Johnson. Split backs with Josie and Holt. Give to Holt Johansson. Sweeping right. Turning the corner at the 15. Runs to the 10. Runs to the 5. Runs to the end zone for the touchdown as Holt Johansson scores his third touchdown of the night. 48-0 Decorah with 6:32 to play here in the second quarter.
Well, you saw speed to the edge. I mean, just a sweep, Darren. It was nothing else than that, just a sweep to the edge, and Holt just ran by everybody.
And this time it'll be Bryce Pierce, the PAT kicker. And I believe it'll be Sean Truan snapping now. We do see Perry and ADM are 7-7, so Coach O having a good time tonight. High snap, glove well by Qualley. Pierce will put it through. 49-0 Decorah with 6 minutes and 32 seconds to play here in the second quarter. And now we hear from Rockweiler Appliance and TV. Josh Lee will kick off from right to left to restart the ball game. 49-0 Decorah. I tell you what, with the substitution pattern, I kind of like what Decorah is doing, playing ones of the skill positions and 2s and 3s of the linemen on defense. The last time it was the 1s of the linemen and 2s and 3s of the linebackers in secondary. As that kick coming down to Robinson, near side hash mark at the 4, runs straight ahead to the 10, to the 15, runs to the 20, hit by Cole Sweskin, ridden to the sideline at the 32-yard line. So Robinson sets up Oelwein first down and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, give Robinson credit, Darren. He took that thing, when they got an opportunity to get in the open field, he took that thing, got north and south, and got it upfield. No dancing around there from him. But give Cole Sweska credit, too. He came in and made a sure-handed tackle on the play.
So up front now for Decorah is Sean Truen. Also, Michael Ruiz, Matt Whittle, and Michael Savaroff. Johnson and Edie still at the corners. In the secondary right now are Nimrod and Dustin Smith at the safeties. Give to Smith off left guard, runs to the 33-yard line, got tripped up there, and finished off by James Osley and Michael Ruiz. Osley and Jewell still at the linebackers now, so it's a gain of a yard, second down upcoming.
Well, nothing doing there. Both offensive and defensive lines for Decorah have dominated, and right there showed it again.
Second down and 8, call it, from the Oelwein 34-yard line. We're at the halfway point of the second quarter. It is 49-0 again. The 35-point clock doesn't run till halftime. Gilson, quick slant right side, and the catch is made by Jared Layberg, brought down by Ladderberg, as he is brought down by Johnson at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's the second first down of the night for Oelwein and the first passing yardage of the night for Oelwein.
Well, you can tell why they lead the district in passing. Right there, Darren. They did a good job. Gilson did of delivering the ball on the money on the quick slant, and Decorah giving up about a 3 to 4 yard cushion right there. Made a tackle after the catch, but not before he picked up the first down.
From the 43-yard line, 5:30 to play here in the second quarter. 49-0 Decorah. Receivers left and right. Slot left, slot right. Mason Shannon in motion right to left. Gilson takes the snap. Option right side. The pitch goes ahead to Jacob Smith, who runs up the far side. Numbers gets across the 45 to the 48-yard line. They'll mark him actually at the 46. Smith gets 3. It's second down upcoming.
Good job by Whittle and Savorov to come in there and make a tackle. They ran that pitch play to some success tonight a couple times. That time picked up 3 yards on the play.
Second down and 7 from the 46-yard line as Oelwein will wait for the play from the sideline. And my guess is that there will not be any delay of games tonight. 4 receivers set, 2 to either side. Low snap to Gilson, has to pick it up at the 41, and he went down to one knee at that point, so it's a loss back to the 41-yard line. So loss of 5, third down upcoming.
Well, Darren, they really haven't given, I would say about half their snaps, Darren, that they've ran, they haven't given Gilson a shot because they've been lower in the dirt.
Part of that is the defensive line pressure that you face. Sometimes the center feels that he needs to get that ball off a touch quicker to get into his blocker a little bit.
Yeah, that is some of it, but at the same time, too, I think, if you're running this type of offense, you got to be, your center has to be a little bit more sound than that.
Inside of 4 minutes to play till halftime, 49-0 as Gilson takes a low snap on a 3rd and 12, throws the left side, and it's incomplete as Vogel was the intended receiver near the 50-yard line, and he was met by Josie Jewell in secondary coverage. It's 4th down.
Well, Vogel had the football, Darren, but Josie delivered a nice, solid, good football hit there, Darren. Nothing,
shoulder pad to the chest.
Right, exactly. It was just a solid football play of dislodging right when the football was there, and give Josie credit for doing it.
Josie's going to be the only man deep as Gilson averaging 35-3 a punt as the kick moves forward and gets the kick away, and Matt Whittle hit him afterwards. It'll be running into the kicker as the ball goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a 31-yard punt and no return. Will they rule this a personal foul or a running into the kicker? They're only going to rule it a running into the kicker, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and we'll see what Oelwein wants to do with it. It is not an automatic first down because they did not rule it a personal foul. They only ruled it running into the kicker. So 3:40 to play till halftime. 49-0. Decorah is on top as the referees will discuss things here. We saw a preliminary signal. We haven't seen anything else from that point. As the crew will get together and discuss that, I think Matt Kemple is actually asking that question on the near side. Kemple taking over for longtime coach Jim Yokas. The discussion is whether it's 5 or 15, and it's only going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, 5 or 15?
Yes, so that now Oelwein can decide
if
to move them back 5 after the seceding spot, and now they are going to move it back to the 28-yard line. So after all that discussion, and the running into the kicker was the right call, because Whittle dove after it, made contact, and frankly shouldn't have made contact, and that was the correct call there by the officiating crew. So first down, 3:40 to play till halftime. 1st and 10 from the Decorah 28-yard line. Bryce Pierce and company will move left to right, and they lead it 49-0. Football on the right or near side hash mark. Sean Truan will be over the football. Matt Whittle and McKinley McCabe on the power side. Nick Gosling and Cole Hamilton on the quick side. And it'll be Nimrod Smith and Savarov in the backfield. Pierce takes wingback sweep to Sweska, and he's got blockers. Runs to the 35 to the 40. Sweska to the 45. Fighting ahead and brought down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 22 and a first down. Bauschka, the man that brought him down.
Well, good team play, Darren, off that sweep play. Anytime you got Cole Sweska running out in front, it's always a good thing. And good interference out front from blocking from the offensive line, and also the receivers downfield as well.
First down and 10 from the 49-yard line to Decorah territory with 3.5 to play till halftime. 49-0 the score. Heading to the left side, wing left is Dolly. Tight end right is Carey. Split backs with Smith and with Savarov. Pierce takes, gives to Savarov. Crossbuck play left side. Nice block from Nick Gosling. Runs to the 40-yard line in Oelwein territory. It'll be a first down. It'll be a gain of 11 yards.
Yeah, good crossback play as you called, Darren. Our quick side that time, as you mentioned, Gosling doing a good job causing some interference up front as well.
So they're going to mark him at the 41-yard line, and now they're going to remark the ball to the 40-yard line, and actually it will be a first down. 3:05 to play till halftime. 49-0 Decorah. 3 touchdowns for Joe Hansen on the night. Savarov with a touchdown. Also Jewell with a touchdown. And the other 2 scores were Qualley. So 35 points in the first quarter for Decorah and 14 in the second quarter. And they are actually going to bring in the sticks, and it will be a first down. So first down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mary Herman had it all the way right, sitting right next to us. Eagle Eye Mary Herman, our statistician. We appreciate her making us sound smart every Friday night.
Exactly.
Because it takes a heck of a lot from me. I don't know about you there, John, but
even more so.
First and 10, 49-yard line. Dylan Henning to the left side. Wing left is Sweska. Tight end right is Dustin Carey. Suvarov and Smith in the backfield. And Pierce takes, gives to Dustin Smith. Powers ahead off right side, and he loses the football. And the scramble is on near the 38-yard line. And actually it was Andy Strand, the ball carrier, and coming out of there with it was Decorah. It was Matt Whittle that came out of there with it. It was a gain of 2, ends up being a gain of 3. Second down and 7 upcoming at the 37-yard line as Strand was in there at fullback. And Brady Dolly is coming in at the wingback. We mentioned Dustin Carey is the tight end this week. Kyle Kane is out with a ankle injury suffered in the JV game against Waukon this past Monday night. 2nd and 7 from the 37-yard line. Pierce under center, takes the snap, gives to Suvarov left side, runs to the 35, runs to the 30, bouncing left to the outside 20. He's to the 15, 10-5 touchdown. Suvarov with his second score of the night. And it's 55-0 Decorah with 1:55 to play second quarter.
Well, good team play again, Darren. Savorov had nobody, basically touch him at all on the play. I think that was 65. McKinley McCabe provided a nice kick-out block there for Savorov. And then you saw the rocket speed there of Savorov into the end zone.
So 1:45 The scoring drive, 72 yards and 4 plays. Josh Lee will kick the PAT. It's 55-0 Decorah with 1:55 to play till halftime. Swinging gate on the left hash mark moves its way to the center of the field. As the Vikes kicking at the end zone to our right. High snap glove well by Pierce, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with 1:55 to play till halftime, it's a 56-0 lead for Decorah. So we'll keep it here this time. 2 minutes left, second quarter. West Delaware leading Cresco by a 7-0 margin. Union leading New Hampton. 3 minutes left in the half, 28-6 at the halftime break. Or close to the halftime break.
That Cresco West Delaware score is kind of intriguing.
Yeah, that is. We thought last week after seeing Cresco, John, that would be a pretty good ball game, and it has been to this point.
Yeah, it has been. Lost power there momentarily, but hey.
35-6 New Hampton.
You mean Union?
Or New Hampton trails Union. You didn't let me finish my sentence. And that was for the that 2A district lead tonight. So that was the game of the week on Channel 7 as the kick by Lee goes deep, goes down to Schumacher at the 5, 10, 15, 20. He runs to his right to the 25 and gets brought down as a flag flies at the 28-yard line. Mitchell Klein, Cody Rittner, as well as Dalton Mull in on the step.
We got a face mask, Darren.
Face mask on Decorah. That will be the second penalty of the night for Decorah. My guess, in a situation like this, it had to have been pretty darn obvious.
Yeah, and it was against. We couldn't see it from our vantage point because it was shielded. It was on that closer to the our sideline there, and fortunately there for the Vikes, they're going to get penalized. But Oelwein's going to start with the ball at about the 33-yard line.
1:45 to play here in the first half. First and 10 for Oelwein at the 33, trailing 56-0. Gilson option left side pitch made to Smith. That runs at the 30, runs up the left or near side hash mark across the 35 to the 38-yard line. It was Andy Strand, the man that brought him down. And Smith a little slow in getting up with 1.5 minutes to play till halftime.
Well, that pitch play's been successful for him. I think about the only thing that has been successful besides for a few pass plays is that kind of option pitch, if you will, and they run it nice there, and Smith getting some wheels there up front, but not before Strand and Sweska bring him down.
As we approach the minute mark in the first half, it's 56-0 Decorah. Receivers left and right. Slot to the left side, slot to the right side. Drop it to throws. Gilson throws deep down the right sideline, and it is intercepted. No. Johansson provided coverage on Mason Shannon on the far side. Numbers at the Decorah 40-yard line. Johansson was the man who had the best chance to catch the football, and it's 3rd down and 5 from the Oelwein 38.
Well, they tried the hitch and go, Darren. Gilson threw it up there, but Johansson had the best chance, as you mentioned, of catching it and laid out for it. You got to like the effort there. Just unfortunately couldn't come up with it.
Whittle, McKinley, McCabe, Suvaroff, and Truan on the defensive line right now. Kephart and Strand at the linebackers. 3rd and 4 from the 39-yard line. 56-0 Decorah. Gilson quick toss left side. The catch is made by Mason Shannon across the 45 to the 47-yard line. It'll be a first down on a well-executed play. They're going to mark him at the 46. It's a gain of 8 yards. Clock stopped with 52.5 seconds to play here in the first half.
Well, they did a good job there on the quick out. Just a simple quick out play where they let the receiver get upfield, and they did right there and picked up the first down.
In the secondary now for Decorah, Dylan Henning is playing that deep safety. Right now at the corners, it's Cole Sweska and Bryce Pierce. A At the short safeties right now, Dolly and Johansson. Strand and Kephart at the linebackers right now. New player in on the defensive line as Gilson takes the snap, quarterback draw, left side, runs inside the 15, gets wrestled down into Decorah territory along the near side. Numbers at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 8 yards for Gilson. Up front now for Decorah, it's Riley Rue. Also coming in for Decorah, Sam Johnson on the defensive line. Sean Truan and Suvarov. And those are all the kids that are in the game right now. Second down, 4 from the Decorah 48. 25 seconds to play till halftime. 56-0 Decorah. Taking the snap is Gilson. Has plenty of time. Throws deep down the right sideline. Incomplete. Had it knocked away by Bryce Pierce from Mason Shannon. Between the numbers and the hash mark on the far side at the 25-yard line. It's 3rd down and 4.
Well, look like good job by Bryce to simultaneously come in there and knock away that football. He had a receiver open, Darren, but Bryce did a good job to come in there and put a mid in and get the ball tipped away.
It's actually a 34-6 lead for Union at the halftime break. Never assume that extra point, right, Stat Person Mary? Exactly. We all know what assuming does. 3rd and 4 at the 48-yard line. Gilson takes the snap, has time, pumps once, scrambles to his left, runs up the left hash mark, hit by Sam Johnson and brought down at the 46-yard line. And I believe that will be the halftime break. Not a lot to add right now, 56-0 Decorah, and that kind of says the score right there, John.
Yeah, you know, there's not a whole lot to say. Domination up front from Decorah. Backs running well, everybody clicking on all cylinders, and a good start there by Decorah in the first half. Let's see if hopefully we can get some more guys in the ball game here in the second half.
And it is 56-0. Decorah leads it at the halftime break. And coming up here at halftime, we will have an extended version of the Decorah Sports Report, recapping the week that was in Decorah Viking Athletics. We'll do that next. It's 56-0 Decorah here at the halftime break. Let's hear from Bruning Rock Products, Plan One Financial, Wicks Construction, and Dick Hubelier and Troy Whitehill. I know we had some small press box space, but apparently Riley's being a little standoffish to PD and Coach Freeds. So
breath must stink or something. They want to get away.
By the way, he's your boss now since he's a head coach, so you better treat him with
I bet.
more respect than that. But it was funny, I'll have to say that much. So, alrighty, here we go. Josh Lee will kick off from right to left, and Daquan Schumacher and Micah Robinson back deep. Once this ball is touched or snapped after a touchback, the Vikings and the Huskies will run the clock. First kickoff here in the second half. Josh has put everything at least inside the 5-yard line, and this one is going to be deep and not playable. So first down and 10 will be for Oelwein at the 20-yard line. Don't know what the field position has been tonight. I don't know if our statistician Mary Herman can get that out. She can. Decorah has average started at the Oelwein 41. Oelwein has average starting at their, come on computer, work with us, Oelwein's 26.
Wow.
Oofta. Gilson in the shotgun. Receivers left and right, slot left, slot right. Mason Shannon in motion right to left. Gilson takes the snap, drops it again. He's under pressure. He gets by one defender. He scrambles up the left side. It's hit by Brady Dolly and knocked back from the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 2 back to the 18. Second down upcoming. Brady Dolly with a nice hit, as a lot of 2s and 3s in the game here at the start of the second half, John.
Yeah, you know, and that was a busted play, and sometimes those go for big yards. It looks like Gilson was going to have some room to run there, but Brady Dolly was delivering some wood and hammer right there, bringing in the nice lumber for a 2-yard loss.
Second down and 12 from the 18-yard line. In the secondary, Dylan Henning, Cole Sweska, Dalton Mull, is the one at the linebackers, and Andy Strand, Johansson, Dolly, and Pierce as well in the secondary for Decorah. 2nd and 12 from the 18-yard line. Snap to Gilson, has time, fires the right side. Catch made by Latterberg, but he couldn't hang on, actually, at the 20-yard line. Gilson put it on his numbers, but...
Yeah, Latterberg, you said, Darren, you're already calling him having the catch there, and he was open. Pierce was going to tackle him, but should have caught the football there. Gilson delivered it right on the money. Just Latterberg, I think, took his eye off it there at the last minute.
3rd and 12 from the 18-yard line. Clock running with 10:33 to play here in the third quarter. 56-0 Decorah. Johansson 3 touchdowns. Savarov 2 touchdowns. Jewell 2 touchdowns. And 2 for Qualley, as well as another one here tonight. Screen pass right side over the head of Smith. Incomplete. Whittle was providing the pressure. Johansson was providing the coverage on Smith, and a 3-and-out from the defense to start the second half.
Yeah, good pressure up front, Darren. Gilson wanted to get rid of it, I think, quicker than he had wanted. He had to get rid of it quicker than he wanted to, and really nowhere to go with the football there.
Gilson will punt from left to right with Cole Sweska and Bryce Pierce back deep for Decorah. Snap back in good shape. Moves forward, gets the kick away. Good angle punt down to Pierce at the Oelwein 47, and he'll get sandwiched and brought down at the 45-yard line. So the punt will go 29 yards. Return for 2 for Pierce. He was brought down by Grant McMillan. 9:29 to play here in the third quarter. And Decorah will get the football back up 56-0. And they start in plus territory once again.
We have low line drive kicks like that. There's not a whole lot of time to return, and Bryce did a good job there, just getting what he could and getting up the field.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Sean Truan, McCabe, Whittle, Hamilton, and Gosling will be your offensive line right now. 1st and 10 at the Oelwein 45 with the clock running. Pierce gives to Andy Strand up the middle off left guard. He'll run to the 40-yard line, brought down along the near side hash mark by Kyle Boschka.
Gain of 5. Boschka and Berg on the stop.
Second down and 5 upcoming.
Just a simple fullback dive off our power side, and they open up a nice hole there for Strand to run through, and then Strand delivered a little bit of a blow there, too, to pick up a couple extra yards.
And that Bauschka kid, also a relative of Decorah defensive coordinator Pat Truan as well. 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Pierce takes the snap, gives to Savarov, bouncing right to the outside. 35, he's to the 30, 25, 20. He's knocked to the sideline near the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they mark him at the Knights. At the 19-yard line, 21-yard return or run, first down at the Oelwein 19 as we're down to the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter, 56-0 Decorah.
Well, Mike just did a good job there of using his speed to the edge. Just a sweet play where we just ran around the right side, and really nobody brought him down. He got escorted to the sideline.
1st and 10, 19-yard line. Pierce gives to Andy Strand, runs off right guard, but spins away from one defender and gets covered up near the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 3 yards, brought down in the middle of that defense by Jacob Smith. This is Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC, and online at KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson, John Carlson with Decorah Viking football tonight. Vikings about to clinch the Class 3A District 5 outright championship with a 56-0 lead as the clock runs with 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 from the Oelwein 16-yard line. Pierce gives to Andy Strand, powers his way off right tackle. He'll get inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. A gain of 2 for Andy Strand.
Well, our power side didn't do a very good job there providing any point of attack gap for our running or fullback Strand to run through there, but Andy, ran hard and at least picked up positive yards there, Darren.
6:35 to play here in the third quarter. 34-13 the score, or third and 4 from the 13-yard line. Oofta. This is what 56-0 games do to you. As Pierce takes the snap, gives off the left side to Dylan Korsen. It's got away from one defender, but gets dumped at the 12-yard line. He was brought down on the play by Andrew Berg. Korsness, only his 5th carry of the season, a gain of 2, and it's 4th down upcoming. And that was the first 3rd down play of the night. Don't care where you're watching this game, in the stands or on the roof. That's an impressive statistic right there.
I was just thinking that myself there, and I was like, geez, I don't think we've had a 3rd down, and you're right.
Yep. And Mary backs up that statistic. 4th and 2 from the 12-yard line. Pierce under center, takes the snap, keeps it on the belly left side, gets inside the 10, lunges ahead to the 7-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for Pierce. Smith, the man that brought him down. It's a gain of 5 yards with 5.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. A 56-0 lead for Decorah. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, Bryce did a good job there. It looked like he was going to be stopped short, Darren, but had enough presence of mind to kind of dive forward there and pick up the extra yard needed for the 1st down.
I formation in the backfield. As Pierce gives to Korsness right side, runs inside the 5, and brought down near the 5-yard line. Korsness ran off right guard that time. Berg and Latterberg, the man that brought him down. So Kors gets 2, 2nd down upcoming.
There was a little hole there for Corsi to run through. Just got stuffed there before he was getting in the goal line.
2nd and goal at the 5. Whittle and McCabe still on the power side, which is the right side this time. Truan at center. Hamilton and Gosling on the quick side. Sweska in motion left to right. Pierce gives to Korsness right side. He'll fight inside the 5 and lunge ahead to the 3-yard line. Korsness gets 3. Or a gain of 2, rather. 3rd down upcoming. And this will be the 2nd 3rd down of the night for Decorah.
Well, we tried a lead play, Darren, just couldn't quite get in the end zone. Was Dylan. He was trying to fight there for extra yards. Just good job by Oelwein to resist him from the goal line.
Football just inside the extra point mark, just inside the 3-yard line. Strand and Korsness in an I formation. Pierce under center, takes the snap, gives to Andy left side, fighting his way to the goal line. He's in, touchdown. And with 3:38 to play here in the 3rd quarter, it is 62-0 Decorah.
Well, straight ahead running, Darren. That's all we've been doing here in this 2nd half on the first possession. And running behind that offensive line, doesn't matter who it is. They've done a good job of controlling that line of scrimmage and getting our back some nice point of attack blocking.
45 yards in 9 plays, taking 5 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock. This will be Bryce Pierce for the PAT. Qualley will hold it, and Truan will snap it. Snap spot kick up, and it is good. 63-0 Decorah. Let's take a time out for the chiropractic offices of Dr. Kelly Reagan and Wintersheik Mutual Insurance. And a kickoff and a touchback for
Once again, a touchback.
Josh Lee. So 63-0 Decorah, as it's down to 2:22 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Darren, we've been really lucky and blessed with good kickers, but Josh Lee in this cold weather has done an outstanding job of getting the ball in the end zone. I think every time except one time.
Yeah, and basically it's as Gilson fumbles a snap again, and Savarov dumps him back at the 11-yard line. It's a loss of 9 yards out of the shotgun, and I've said my thoughts about the shotgun. So
I already said them too. So
2nd down upcoming. 63-0 Decorah. Late 3rd quarter here. One score here in the 2nd half. Andy Strand just got his first varsity touchdown for the junior fullback. 2nd and 20 from the 10-yard line. Receivers left and right. Slot to the left side. Slot to the right side. Gilson in the shotgun, and off to his left is Schumacher. Gilson quarterback draw, left side, hit by Michael Ruiz and brought him down at the 14-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 15, a gain of 3, still third and long for Oelwein with a minute to play here in the first half, or in the third quarter, I'm sorry.
Good to see big old 74 getting the mitts up there, Darren, and getting after it and bringing Gilson down on the play.
So third down upcoming, as we're inside of a minute to play here in the third quarter, and 63-0 Decorah. Receivers left and right, slot left, slot right. Gilson takes the snap, has time, rolls to his right, now scrambles to his left. He'll run to the 15-yard line and get knocked back on a big hit by Brady Dolly, who brought the wood once again. They're going to mark him actually at the 10, so it's a loss and a sack for Brady Dolly.
Yeah, what a good job there, Darren. It looked like he was going to be able to run there, but Whittle, I think, turned him back, and then Dolly came up from secondary run support and dropped Gilson.
Third quarter score, Makokata leading Solon 17-7. And third quarter is now done here. 63-0 Decorah. Let's take a break for Bob Standard and for Randy's CarQuest Auto Parts. 63-0 Decorah. Vikings with 383 yards of total offense, and Oelwein with 3 right now as Gilson punts off the side of his foot. It's over the head of Sweska. Nice roll across the 50, and will go out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 44-yard line in Oelwein territory. So punt that time of 43 yards and no return. So first and 10 from the 44 with 11:40 to play. And the clock is going to run, and some new kids coming in on the offensive line for Decorah. Darren and John with you in Oelwein tonight. Vikes 63 and Oelwein nothing. They led 35-0 at the end of the first quarter, 56-0 at the halftime break. And Easton Schmitz is the center now for Decorah. And Dalton Mull is in at quarterback. Cole Rohr is the wingback left side of the line. Sam Johnson and Cody Rittner in the backfield. Give to Sam Johnson. Powers his way off right guard. Sam just doesn't quit. He'll move forward to the 48-yard line. Devin Jostand is in a tight end right now. The play runners will be the wingbacks, as coming into the lineup now will be Connor Gossman for Decorah. One of the tackles will be Riley Rue. Easton Schmitz, we mentioned, at the center position right now. Zach Schaller will be split to the left side. Jacob Garza and Chad Courtney are in on the power side right now, and Kyle Hageman and Riley Rue on the power side, and Garza and the other player I just mentioned in on the quick side. Is the give is to Cody Rittner off the left side, and he'll back to the line of scrimmage to the 48-yard line. Third down upcoming, 3rd and 6 with 10:20 to play. Clock runs, 63-0 Decorah.
Well, good to see a lot of guys getting in time right now. Dalton Mull at quarterback. You just mentioned Rittner. Good to see Connor Gossman in there as well.
Kyle Hageman is in at the power guard. He's the one I failed to mention on the previous play. 3rd down and 6 upcoming, and in at quarterback Dalton Mull. He bellies off to the right side. He'll move ahead to the 50-yard line and get knocked down right there. And for the first time tonight, Decorah will be forced to punt. Might as well give the punt unit some time. And you got a lot of cold guys right now coming onto the field, so James Osley, who hasn't had to punt a ton this year, but is first in the district in punting, averaging 39.5 a kick. And the long snapper will be Peter Kephart, and I think a lot of guys were napping over on the sideline because you had 3 or 4 coming in. Snap back a little high. He'll move forward and get the kick away. That was Austin Ashbacker actually snapping as it bounces at the 20 and angles out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So a 21-yard punt, no return. 9:03 to play here in the ball game. So it's first down and 10 for Decorah from that, or for Oelwein from that point. 63-0 Decorah.
Well, you know, it's always hard, Darren. I mean, it's not an excuse, but it's always hard for a guy like James to come in and not having played in the second half, come in and punt, but he did a favorable job there, not only to punt it, but also to get the snap as well as over his head. Good athletic play to go up and snag it.
1st and 10 at the 21. Gilson with 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Micah Robinson in motion left to right. Gilson takes the snap, wings it out right side. Wide of the mark, incomplete to Robinson. In the secondary now for Decorah is Dylan Korsnes, Brighton Meyer, Dylan Henning, as well as Kellen O'Shea, as well as Dalton Mott is into the lineup. Connor Gossman actually is in the secondary. Dalton Mott and Andy Strand are at the linebackers right now. Jacob Franzen is in up front. Actually, Dalton Mott in at a defensive end. Give off the left side to Smith, and he'll run across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Strand brings him down along the near side numbers at the 28-yard line. Kevin Downing in the lineup for Decorah at a defensive tackle. Kelvin Balmer at the defensive end on the left side. Jacob Franzen, right defensive tackle, and Dalton Mott is at the right defensive end right now. The linebackers is Strand and Sean Denning. So those are the lineup right now for Decorah with 7:33 to play. 63-0 Decorah. 3rd and 3 from the 28. Gilson takes, gives to Schumacher. He'll get the first down and more. Bounces off a defender and gets brought down by Andy Strand at the 34-yard line. So a gain of 6 and a first down. First down number 4 of the night for Oelwein.
Good strong run there by Schumacher, but give Andy Strand credit, Darren. He came flying across the field there to make sure and a tackle on Schumacher.
And the bottom line is we've seen a lot of good things out of Andy Strand playing defense this year, John.
Yeah, I think he's about the 5th or 6th leading tackler, so that tells you a lot right there for only getting amount of time he's been getting.
Gilson takes the snap, throws the left side, and it's dropped by Robinson in the left flat at the 40-yard line. And Dylan Korsnes on secondary coverage. It's second down upcoming with 6:40 to play in the ball game. 63-0 Decorah. Vikes going to be champions in Class 3A District 5 and will have the right to host the first 3 rounds of the playoffs if they go that far. 2nd and 10 from the 34, give to Taquan Schumacher, and he gets brought down nicely by Andy Strand and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and 10 upcoming from the 35-yard line. There's 3-0 again there, Big JC.
Yeah, he's a solid player, Darren. He doesn't do anything flashy, just comes in and makes a sure and a tackle on the play. Good to see him in there getting his nose in again.
Remember Big Brother Garrett, he knew how to deliver the wood on defense, too. 3rd and 9 from the 35. Give on a wingback sweep to Shannon. Runs to the 40. He'll run to the 45. He'll lose the football. And on the fumble recovery for Decorah is Dalton Mott. 5th takeaway of the night. That is the season high in takeaways for Decorah tonight with 5.5 minutes to play. The Vikings will get the football back at the 48-yard line. So, another really not hard hit.
No, it wasn't. Just slipped out of the hands, and ball security an issue tonight for the Oelwein Huskies.
And you give Decorah all the credit in the world for being in the right place at the right time to take the ball away, but it's not like there have been big hits with 5:08 to play to take care of things. As Dalton Mull in at quarterback, gives to Sam Johnson. He's hit in the backfield and spun down immediately at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down upcoming with 4:56 to play. As coming into the lineup on offense right now will be Michael Ruiz. Sorry I'm taking all the time here, John, but
no, we're good. We got to announce the kids that are getting in the ball game. They need to deserve the credit.
Exactly. Kevin Downing is in on the offensive line. He is at the power tackle right now. Kelvin Balmer is in at the power guard. Dalton Mott is the tight end on the right side of the line. Mole takes, gives to Korsnes behind Johnson's blocking, cuts it back to the right, and Dillon gets brought down at the 40-yard line. John Carlson is going to head down to the sideline for the post-game interview with
Cole Avenson on the stop.
Bill Post. 63-0 Decorah. Mary, you want to put on the headset? You're too busy doing stats? Yeah, whatever. 3rd and 2 from the 40-yard line. This is only the 4th third down play of the night for Decorah. And they are 1 of 3 on third down conversions. 3rd and 2 from the 40. On a wing left, going in motion right is Connor Gossman. Mole gives to Korsnes. Lost his footing in the backfield and making sure he doesn't go any further. At the 41 is Jacob Pauling. So the punt unit going to be on for the second time tonight. 63-0 Decorah. And James Astley, whose first punt went 29 yards, will
Vikings faced with a 4th and 3 at the line.
Punt again.
Deep to receive the punt. Spence and Robinson.
Spence and Robinson back deep to field the punt of Osley, as Austin Ashbacker was the long snapper that time, and calling for the fair catch is Spence, and he will make it at the 9-yard line. So that punt will go 33 yards, no return. 3 minutes to play in the ball game, and the defense will go back on the field. If you're looking for dramatics, you came to the right place tonight. 63-0 Decorah, or the wrong place, I should say. 63-0 Decorah. So right now on the defensive end, left side defensive end is Cole Hamilton. The right side defensive end, I believe, is Easton Schmitz for Decorah. As Gilson in the shotgun formation, as Oelwein doesn't have the right personnel in, and they will take a timeout with 2:25 left in this one. In fact, the clock's going to keep running here with 2:20 to play in the ball game. So let's, as we get a second here, let's take a timeout for Spot and Rose for Hacker Nelson CPAs. Mitchell Klein brings down Daquan Schumacher on the first play from scrimmage back at the 6-yard line. So a loss of 3 on the first play. Second down upcoming. Mitchell Klein is at the left defensive tackle. Right defensive end right now is Chad Courtney. The left defensive tackle is Riley Roon. The left defensive end is Cole Hamilton right now. 63-0 Decorah. 100 seconds to play. Give to Spence, running the ball side. Runs to the 20, runs to the 30, runs to the 40, and tripped up and brought down at the 43-yard line. Dustin Carey with perhaps a touchdown saving tackle to the 45. It's a gain of 39 yards on a first down. Sam Johnson in the lineup for Decorah. Cody Carlin at the defensive end. Devin Jostad at a defensive end, as well as Kyle Hageman on the defensive line right now. Zach Schaller, as well as Dylan Korsnes, as well as Connor Gossman, Kellen O'Shea, and Dylan Henning in the secondary for Decorah. Here is the give is to Schumacher on a 1st and 10 from the 45. Runs to the left side and runs to the 50-yard line with 1 minute to play. Linebackers are Easton Schmitz as well as Sean Denning. 2nd and 5 upcoming for Decorah. So 63-0 Decorah. Vikings to this point outgaining Oelwein 396-70. And that previous play was half of Oelwein's lineup tonight. 2 plays previous, I should say. Half of Oelwein's yardage tonight. 2nd and 5 from the 50. Gilson takes the snap, rolls to his right. He runs to the 50, cuts back to the left at the 45. He's to the 40, dancing inside the 40, and brought down by Devin Jostan at the 35-yard line with 25 seconds to play. And we will see how Oelwein approaches this. They're going to try to get maybe one more play in here. As coming into the lineup now for Decorah is Chad Courtney up front. Also Mitchell Klein up front. Has taken the snap as Gilson. He has plenty of time. He'll throw deep down the right sideline. He's going for Vogel, and the ball is knocked around, and it falls incomplete as time expires. 63-0 Decorah will win this one. We'll be back to talk to Bill Post after this for Decorah Tire Service and Olsen Explosives.
Started out fairly tough, very physical, like we kind of expected it would be. But the main thing is, I think our guys were pretty focused tonight. We improved a lot from last week, and not that we did anything wrong basically last week. It's just we were striving. Our emphasis was to try to get better this week than what we did past week, and we showed some good improvements that way. I thought our backs ran hard early. Our line blocked well. And we really did some excellent things here during the course of the game here. So it was fun to get all the guys in. They all played, quite a bit, and even all our groups executed things pretty much the way we asked them to do it. So it was a fun night tonight for the kids. It was a good night for football. It was just a great evening. A little chilly out here, but other than that, this is football weather.
Well, we thank you for your time, and we'll look forward to you closing out next week on your Sacred Acre up there against Western Dubuque with leading out those seniors hopefully on a positive note.
Yeah, we hope so too, and that'll be fun. It's Parents' Night for us, and we want to invite all our parents to come to that. And thanks for all the support that you've given our boys here throughout the course of the year. And the guys appreciate that, even though maybe sometimes they don't always show it, but I know they do deep down inside. So it's been a good, fun season for everybody here out throughout the course of the season so far. And I hope that we can end up our regular season here on a very positive note.
We hope to have many more talks with you after the game, and look forward to talking to you again next week.
Okay, thank you.
All right, back up to you, Darren.